Hey, welcome back to On the Level Leadership. And this week I want to talk about something that occurred to me while I was doing some construction work today, and that is the concept of building confidence. So I consider myself fairly handy. I just kind of got out of the shower from doing some construction. I consider myself fairly handy because I was surrounded growing up with construction. My dad was in construction, and I kind of learned through osmosis some of the tips and tricks of the trade through him. But recently, when our bathroom toilets decided it was going to start leaking, we had to start undertaking some construction work, and I found myself feeling very insecure all of a sudden of all this work I had to do in this bathroom. I kind of draw very similar lines between the work I'm doing there, which is very practical, getting stuff done in a bathroom setting, to my life, which is, the journey to entrepreneurship, for example. And I thought you guys might appreciate this because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are looking to do a lot of different things, maybe make some changes or undertake a different role or a different job or what have you, and you lack confidence and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to overcome this anxiety I have about doing something new. Well, so I have never applied mortar on the floor and putting this like uncoupling membrane, which is now new technology since the last time I did tile with my dad many, many years ago. And I was, I had never mixed mortar myself. My dad had always done it. So this was a stretch for me. I had to learn, the difference between modified and unmodified mortar. I had to understand that I put modified underneath the ditra and I don't do that on the top. I had to learn about different kinds of thin sets to put tile and large format tile versus small format tile. All to say there was a shoot ton of learning to do around what I need to actually use for this product. Now, that said, once you learn what you need, then you have to say, okay, well, how am I doing this now? Well, the how is not exactly easy, and it's not rocket science, but if you've never done it before, or if you haven't done it in many, many years, it can be a real challenge for yourself, and it can really cause you to doubt yourself. So the antidote to a lack of confidence, ironically, is just doing it. It's practice. It's doing it. It's doing the thing that you need to do in order to advance yourself. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to jump right in. So I had all the tools, I have all the material, I have my pails, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and mix this damn mortar, and we're going to see where this goes. And I mixed it as per the instructions, 5 minutes, let it sit to slack, and then 3 minutes or whatever it was afterwards. And was the mortar perfect? No, it was a little on the loose side, but that comes from lack of practice. And I'm like, okay, you know what? It's probably good enough because it's really just adhering the membrane to the plywood floor. And as long as there's enough of it and it's going to adhere, it'll dry and it'll adhere, it'll be fine, it'll cure. So I decided, okay, I'm going to try this. So it may fail. It may not be the perfect thing. It may be that tomorrow I go to test it and it's not adhered to the floor and it just comes right up and it was a complete mess. And now I'm having to sand down the tile and redo it all over again. But you know what? That's part of the learning journey. And when you're doing things like taking on entrepreneurship or taking a new job, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to fail at things, and that's okay. Because you know how we develop confidence? It's not through inaction. It's through action that we develop confidence. That is the antidote to fear, is action, right? So I just wanted to bring that to your attention this week because it smacked me in the head this morning as I was mixing the mortar. Like, what in the hell are you doing here, girl? You are not a construction person like your dad was, but you're not. What makes you think you can do this? But you know what? At the end of the day, I mixed it, I applied the Schluter, it's on the ground now. Time will tell if this is going to work or not. Time will tell if my tile crack. And if I have to pay somebody to come and fix my mistake, oh well, I learned in the process, right? So I think one of the things I would just encourage you to do is that if you're really nervous about trying something new, just remember that you will never build confidence unless you do it. I mean, look at athletes, like the Olympics are on right now. Do you think that it was easy for people to learn how to high jump and make these world records? No, it came through practice. It came through dedication. It came through, commitment to doing what was required in order to make that happen. Sorry, I think there was a bug biting me there. It's through commitment, it's through drive, and it's in understanding the why you're doing things, right? Like understanding and serving the why. So I think for me, I need a new bathroom. Why? Because I don't have a bathroom downstairs. So when I have people over, they have to go all the way upstairs to go to the washroom. And obviously, I'm not going to leave an unfinished bathroom in a house that we may want to resell someday. I mean, that's an obvious why. But for something a little less tangible like that, if you have like a life goal, really being clear on what it is, the reason behind it. Is it just to make money? Because if that's it, you're probably not going to have enough of a why to keep pushing yourself. But if you have like a freedom why, or, I really want to save up for a house why, or whatever the reason is, then that'll help drive you. And then practice, because if you don't make mistakes, you don't make better. Like, you need to make mistakes. You need to learn. You need to practice the skill, because how else are you going to build confidence? Like, for me, painting a house now, I can paint a house. I don't need to use painter's tape everywhere. I mean, just because I've learned to be more confident in my use of a brush, right? So that's a tangible skill, but the same applies for developing online courses, doing webinars, doing videos like this on YouTube, whether it's speaking in front of a public audience, going to a conference and speaking on behalf, doing a trade show for your company, whatever it is. If you're not comfortable, the antidote is action. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you this week, because it was really kind of hit me hard this week that, we always worry about taking the step, and sometimes we even stop ourselves. Like, you know what, I'm not even going to try because I'm going to screw this up. That's not how you get ahead in life. You have to try, and you have to practice, because it needs to be uncomfortable at first for it to become comfortable. So anyway, thanks again for watching On the Level Leadership. I hope you got something out of this, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And remember, I'm here every week, so feel free to subscribe, and I share weekly tidbits on leadership, on personal development, and sometimes I throw a few coaching things in there too on occasion. On that note, if you are looking for somebody to help push you to your next step, or to help you get to the goal that you're looking for, there's a link down below and we can have a free chat, no strings attached. Anyways, hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.